Hey guys, welcome back to Game Talk 24/7. The Super Bowl is here. The Seahawks versus the Patriots. Two Titans battling it out to see who reigns supreme. Two giants in the NFL going at it head to head to see who becomes the champion. One team becoming the victor, winning the Super Bowl, celebrating in confetti, throwing a parade, celebrating a victory. One going home crying with their faces in their palms, seeing if they could have done anything else to win the Super Bowl. This is where we see Mike Vrabel versus Mike McDonald, the Patriots versus the Seahawks, Drake Maye, Sam Darnold, Stephon Diggs, Jackson Smith-Njigba, everyone go at it, just competing, playing their hardest for the final 60 minutes of the season. This is where us fans get to see the pinnacle, everything we've been waiting for in the NFL season, to see who's going to win the Super Bowl, who's going to be crowned the champion. This is what we've all been waiting for. This is the moment where we get to see the NFL season finish in glory. And then we have to wait in anguish for the next season. But before we get to the Super Bowl and before I say my pick, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps out the channel. It's free. Subscribe. It really helps out the channel. It really helps us grow, and we really do appreciate it. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, but first we got to get to 100. So make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. So again, we got the Patriots versus the Seahawks. Who's going to win? Who's going to win? Who is going to be the Super Bowl champion? Who's going to reign supreme? Who's going to celebrate in confetti? And who's going to watch the other team celebrate in victory? Well, ESPN's Batch Predictor gives the Seahawks a 59.6% chance to win and the Patriots a 40.4% chance to win. The Seahawks are favored to win by 3.5 points or 4.5 points depending on where you look. Who's going to win? It all comes down to, can the Patriots offense step up? Let's be real. The Patriots offense has struggled throughout the playoffs. For instance, against the Chargers, they scored 16 points, sorry. Then against the Houston Texans, 28 points. Against the Broncos, 10 points. Now, those are all really good defenses. And they had decent amount of turnovers against Houston, for example. But those are all really good defenses. But the Seahawks fit into that mold also. They have a good defense. They're not going to just walk over you. They're not going to just let you come into their house, not come into their house, but come into the Super Bowl and just walk over them. They're not going to let you do that. They're going to compete. They're going to play hard. It's at Levi's Stadium. It's at the 49ers Stadium. It's a phenomenal setting, a phenomenal venue for the Super Bowl. It's going to be a phenomenal atmosphere. But the Seahawks are not going to just let you walk in there and dominate them. They have a good defense. They have a good offense. The Patriots offense needs to be more consistent, specifically at the offensive line. They need to give Drake Maye more time. They need to protect him more. And then they need to take care of the football. They need to do all those things, and then they need to get their offense back to what it was at points in the regular season if they want to win the Super Bowl. On the other hand, the Seahawks, their offense was rolling in the playoffs. 31 points against the Rams and 41 against the 49ers. The Rams and Seahawks might be the two best teams in this NFL season, and what we saw them battle out in the Seahawks win 31-27. So it's going to be on the back of Sam Darnold, but it's not all him. He's got Jackson Smith-Njigba. He's got Cooper Kupp. He's got Kenneth Walker. He's got everybody there helping him, around him, stepping up. He's got Rashid Shaheed doing stuff in the return game. He doesn't have to be a superhero. He just needs to manage the game properly. And sometimes those are the quarterbacks that win the Super Bowls. For instance, Jalen Hurts, he's not a superhero in the essence of his play, but last year he had to do what the team needed him to do to win the Super Bowl, and he did that efficiently and effectively. Tush pushing into the end zone multiple times, win the Super Bowl multiple times. He put the team on his back. Yes, he was the Super Bowl MVP, but for him to get the MVP, all he had to do was what the team needed him to do. He didn't have to go make superhero plays and make crazy plays to then put the team ahead by 3 points. No, he had to manage the game and do what the team asked him to do what he was required to do in his specific role. That's what Sam Darnold needs to do for the Seahawks. Sam Darnold's been battling an oblique injury. Will that injury be better? Probably. If not, well, guess what? Mostly everybody's dealing with something in this game. It's the end of an NFL season. Everybody's been feeling that pain from every hit that they take, every snap, every rep. So you're going to have pain. You're going to have people who are playing with injuries, through injuries. That's what the trainers are for. That's what medicine's for. Who's going to win, though? Who's going to reign supreme? Who's going to say, we watched the halftime show, or we didn't watch the halftime show, but we saw who won the Super Bowl? I think the Seahawks are good. I'm going to pick the Seahawks. I'm going to pick the Seahawks to win in a game 28 to 24. It's going to be a close one. But the Seahawks are going to cover the 3.5. If it's 4.5, then they're not going to cover, obviously. But they're going to win 28 to 24. Their offense is going to get it done. Rashid Shaheed might return a touchdown or return one touchdown. Jackson Smith and Jigba's going to have a big game. And then the defense is going to make Drake Maye's life a living hell in this game. They're going to make it hard. They're going to make it almost impossible for him to do the things he needs to do. But Drake Maye's going to find a way. Trayvon Henderson, Stephon Diggs, Ramondre Stevenson, they're all going to find a way to keep it close, stay in it, maybe have the lead at one point, and then be up 24-21. And then Sam Darnold's going to strike Jackson Smith and Jigba, Cooper Kupp, Kenneth Walker, down the field, touchdown, winning it 28 to 24. This game is going to be the pinnacle of the NFL season. It's what we wait for. It's what we expect. It is what we want. Again, who's going to win? The Patriots can win if their offense plays better than they have all season long. Not all season long, all postseason long. Sorry. They played good in moments, a decent amount of moments in the regular season. That's how they got here. But they've got to play better than they have in the postseason. If they don't, they're going to be relying on the defense, who has been phenomenal. Might I add. Let's not forget about that. They have been phenomenal. But they're going against one of the best, if not the best team in the NFL right now. These are the two best teams in the NFL of the AFC and NFC variety. Now, you could argue Rams might be the second best team in the NFL, but these are the two best teams in the AFC and NFC variety going at it for a championship. Who's going to win? I'm going to say the Seahawks. I think the Seahawks are going to call game. They're going to get revenge from when they decided to not run the ball with Marshawn Lynch on, what was it, the 1 or 2 yard line against the Patriots, and they had Russell Wilson throw it, and they threw the interception. This time, they're on that 1 or 2 yard line. They're going to run the ball. This is not going to be the oh no scenario where they have Russell Wilson trying to throw the ball and it become an interception. This is where they're going to give the ball off to Kenneth Walker when they should have given it off to Marshawn Lynch back then. They're going to give the ball to Kenneth Walker and let him do his thing and get in the end zone. They're not going to just make a dumb decision. They have a coach at Mike McDonald who won't make that decision that Pete Carroll did. That was one of the worst decisions ever in play calling history in a Super Bowl. You're not going to give it off to beast mode on the 1 or 2 yard line to go win you the game. You're going to have Russell Wilson throw the ball. Are we serious? If you give it to beast mode, that game turns out differently. Tom Brady would then only have 6 rings, and the Patriots would have a less ring. But Russell Wilson would have another ring, and the Seahawks would have won that Super Bowl. But guess what? They didn't. They had Russell Wilson throw it, and it was an interception. This time they're not going to make that same mistake. They're not going to play with their heads cut off like a chicken, not knowing what to do. They're going to get the job done. This is where the Seahawks complete the sandwich. They complete the pizza. They put the final ingredients on it. It's coming out the oven. It's coming. It's looking great, and it's looking exactly how you want it. This is where they get their steak and they cut into it, and it's medium rare. It's exactly what you want. It's exactly what you're looking for. This is when the Seahawks win another Super Bowl. This is when they get back to being the top of the NFL, being back to the pinnacle of the NFL, a team that everyone's afraid of, a team that everyone wants to represent and be like, a team that everyone wants to beat, to say, hey, we beat you, win. We beat you, win. A team that everyone wants to compete against because they want to beat the best of the best. I think the Seahawks are going to win. I think they're going to beat the Patriots. I just think they've been more consistent in the playoffs defensively and offensively. They've shown that they can step up on both sides of the ball. And the Patriots, defensively, have been phenomenal, but offensively, they have struggled in the postseason. Drake Maye is young. He's more talented than Sam Darnold, but he is young and inexperienced, and so that can help Sam Darnold in these games. While Sam Darnold might not have the most postseason experience out of all quarterbacks, he has experience, and he has this experience throughout the NFL. He's learned a lot, and he's learned how to make game-winning decisions and game-winning moments in these types of moments, and in big moments, and throughout his career. He might not have made those plays, he might not have made those moments, but guess what? He has an opportunity to make the biggest moment of all, winning the Super Bowl in the biggest moment of all. His opportunity to be written as a legend in the NFL history. One team will go down as a legend and go down in NFL history on the right side of history. The other team will be forgotten unless they do it some other time and win another Super Bowl and win a Super Bowl some other time and make it back there, or win MVPs and regular season awards. They will be forgotten. They will be a moment of history that we don't remember to an extent. Sam Darnold has the ability to. He has experience losing in games like these, losing in moments like these. He has an opportunity to rewrite those and win. Drake Maye, this is his first time in the playoffs, first time in the Super Bowl. Will he be able to do it? Will he be able to step up and play better than he has, again, in the other 3 games? Again, that's on the offensive line. They've played bad. but it's on the offense as a whole and not playing great. Will the offense be able to step up? Because if the offense steps up for the Patriots, they could make it a very messy situation for the Seahawks, and they could win this game because their defense is phenomenal. But their offense has not been phenomenal in the playoffs the way the Seahawks has. That's why I'm taking the Seahawks to win 28-24. By the way, the Olympics are starting. As I'm recording this Wednesday, the Olympics start today with curling. Then tomorrow, then on Thursday when I'm uploading, you have hockey, you have women's ice hockey, the I think big air qualifications maybe, or unless that goes to Friday, and curling. So make sure you guys start watching Olympics. Also, make sure you guys subscribe. Join us through the Super Bowl journey, the Olympic journey, and anything else talking sports. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. We really appreciate it. Be sure you tell somebody you love them. God bless you. That's Game Talk 24/7. We'll talk sports with you next time.